Yo, what's up, you guys? This week we're talking about the Collaborate feature on Instagram. And the reason why is because this is a feature that I feel is really important for growing on Instagram right now. And it's one that I didn't do a video on when it first rolled out because I didn't really have any real world experience with it. But now that I've done a couple of photo shoots with it and actually used the feature, I wanted to go into why I think it's really interesting and why it'll help you grow on Instagram as a photographer. So if that interests you, stick around. We'll talk about it. I'll show you some clips, some behind the scenes, a couple of how-tos, and just generally how to do this, and give you an opinion of why I still think that this is a really incredible feature, even though it might be something that some people will say is kind of already there on Instagram. So if all of that interests you, stick around and we'll talk about it. So, we're talking about the idea of collaboration and the actual collaborator feature with Instagram. Now, collaboration has been around as long as art has, and that's not really new. What we're talking about is the actual collaborator feature with Instagram. And the reason why is because this is a feature that is actually really interesting. So, the idea is the fact that you make a post, you create all of your different things that you're going to do with that post, and then essentially you're allowing the other person or persons to be tagged in that same post, and then you all get it posted to your feed. So if you have two people, a model and a photographer, you create your work and then you go to post it, you can actually upload that to your feed as well as selecting the other person as a contributor. And then basically you are making a joint post. So it indicates that you're both collaborators on the post and actually gives you like a tag above your post there, which is really interesting. And that's what we're talking about, the actual contributor collaborator feature, being able to collaborate and contribute and be identified as such on Instagram. But this feature is very straightforward. Essentially, the process goes like this. So the first thing you have to do is create your post like you would normally. This can be a post to your feed or it can be a reel, so you can use either one, which is really cool. And then the idea is from there, you're actually going to, when you reach the final share screen, you start to tag people. And this is something that we're very common with or we're very familiar with. We would normally just tag them inside the post and it pops up that little like bar basically with their name. Super simple, straightforward. However, what you do now is from that same menu, you can tap to invite a collaborator. So you're basically going to search the account that you want to collaborate with, which is essentially just the person that you did work with. In this case, I'm using my model who is amazing. So go follow her on Instagram. But essentially, we're searching her and then we're going to add her as a collaborator to this post that I've created here. And then from there, you simply tap to add their account. And then once you do that, you hit done, save your settings, tap share, and essentially you're going to publish that just as normal. That is the how-to do this, right? But back to the idea of why is this cool and useful for growing on Instagram with your photography. So originally, like I said, you could tag people, you could put them in the comments, you could put them in the description, whatever you wanted to do. However, I feel like there's two really big things that make this really useful. The first dealing with authority. And by authority, I basically mean that it gives you the ability to create a post and then allow everyone to see where it came from right off the bat. I think this is really interesting besides just tagging people because it actually puts both contributors inside where it would normally just have your name as the post creator, right? Like when we go through the feed, we see like a name, then we see the post, and then we see the description. This essentially allows you both to be in the contributors like box inside the main part of the post. I think this creates authority because it makes people think that this is actually a contributing piece of artwork or whatever, piece of content. So the idea here is that you're not just like an ad lib, you're not just an afterthought in the description. I think this gives you authority as a creator because of the placement on it. I think a lot of the times when we talk about social media, the things that we do as far as like how they're laid out are really big. And I think this is a big feature as far as putting a name next to the person that's a profile it's on. I think this adds a lot of authority. But there's also a second thing. And the second thing deals with the collaborator feature and how it actually shows both parties the analytics. So essentially, if I am the collaborator on an initial post, so someone else posts it and contributes me as the collaborator, I can then see the back end of the analytics. So they post it to their account, and then it would normally show just them the analytics of how they're doing and things like that. For me, though, when we do the collaborator feature, as the collaborator, as the second party, essentially, Basically, what's happening is I get to see all of the analytics that have been posted and made about that post on the other person's profile. So that gives me a lot of data points when I'm trying to build my audience for other people, especially when I'm trying to do portrait photography. I can see that it works really well. Certain things work really well on another person's account, especially dealing with a model. So I know what works well for models, which is the whole point in why I want to do portrait photography, is the fact that I want to make portraits for models that look really good. So I can see a lot of that analytics. I can see the behind the scenes kind of stuff to give me more data points to get better photos as far as Instagram goes, better for the algorithm or better for the audience or whatever. I think this is a killer feature that a lot of people have not pointed out with this. And when you're thinking about it, I think it's way better than, like we were just saying a second ago, as far as just posting and then getting a description like hashtag, or getting like just a tag on the profile itself or on the picture. I think being a collaborator is huge for this. This is a big feature. But those are just my ideas. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the collaborator or collaboration feature that Instagram has rolled out? Do you think it's really useful? Do you think that these points that I've made are actually useful to you as a photographer? Do you find it that analytics really help you out, or the fact that it gives you some authority? Do you feel the same thing I do when you see that in a feed maybe? Or on the other side, do you think it's just another way to tag somebody? Is it just another feature that Instagram has rolled out? Because we know Instagram is really good about about rolling out features that are like they say is useful but really isn't as much. So let me know both of those. Which side do you land on, or do you land somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know all of your ideas. And beyond that, I hope you will go down below and hit up both of the profiles for Instagram listed below, both mine and Breckyn's, because we work super hard on these photos. And I hope you will go and like both of these. I hope you will go and enjoy all of the content on both of our profiles. So we will collaborate together, and hopefully you will appreciate it. And maybe this is something that you and I can collaborate on. Maybe you'll hit me up on Instagram and tell me that you want to shoot. I would love to do that. Beyond that, also, if you haven't already, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and go check out my Instagram or my TikTok and Twitter, because I already talked about Instagram. So I hope you will do all of that. Make sure you hit that little thumbs up button as well. Let me know all of these things, because it helps out the channel, it helps out the video, and it also tells me that you like this content and you want to see more of it, which is the big thing as far as this goes. And beyond that, I will hit you with my typical, and I will peace out, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you will try this out. Let me know how it all goes down in the comments below. Do all of the things like I just said, and I will see you in the next one. Let me know all of these things. Let me know what you're thinking about as far as the collaborator feature. I'm super interested because it's brand new to me too. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.